Hey guys, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. Well, I'm in the best mood today and I don't know why. And it's 2 days in a row, so I'll take it. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about some Vanderpump Rules news because it looks like Lala Kent has put the end to a beef that made headlines everywhere. 50 Cent got renamed Fofty. It was a whole thing. And I know you guys remember it. I was actually working at TomTom at the time. It was interesting to say the least. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so I know you remember Money by Monday, Randall, pay me my money. So 50 Cent and Randall Emmett got into a huge fight because he wanted his money and Randall Emmett was failing to pay him. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was really embarrassing on Randall's side. And now with everything coming out in the LA Times expose, it seems like Randall Emmett has a few people to pay. Now, getting back to it, Randall at the time, 50 kept on going in on Randall and then also in on Lala. He was saying, ladies, if you want, a Range Rover, you don't have to work for it. All you apparently have to do is suck up. And I was like, oh, it was getting very graphic. But Lala at one point even said, 50 Cent, he's one of those people that I've looked up to for so long. I love 50 Cent and I hate that I got into a feud with him, right? And 50 Cent's feed was a lot of Lala calling her a clown, showing her really awful first reunion look where she was orange. I mean, this was like the never-ending feud. And he said, pay me my money by Monday or we're going to have bigger problems, alluding to you might get your jaw busted, which is not something I stand behind, but he wanted his money. And if he gave Randall Emmett $1 million and he wanted his money back, listen, it's not a handout, right? Randall Emmett went as far as to post photos of him with, no shirt on and all of these little things hooked up to him saying that he's having heart problems and he's stressed out and he's freaking out. And it was just wild at the time. But 50 had he had no compassion, no care in the world. He's like, this is all a joke to you and you're playing a game here. I don't care if you're hooked up to a machine. Pay me my money. Plain and simple. All right. Well, now Lala Kent is not only getting, she's kind of winning really when it comes to this Randall Emmett situation because the LA Times expose came out and Randall has been completely exposed. One, he was cheating on her and the photos surfaced from Nashville, which that was, well, I think a very telling moment for Lala. Two, the LA Times expose revealed the fact that he was having girls perform sexual favors in order to be cast in any sort of movie or film that he had going on. And three, it revealed that he is in so many different lawsuits right now and people like he was misappropriating funds allegedly. So now apparently a rep for Randall Emmett was saying that this is Lala Kent's attempt to kind of make him look like a bad guy so she can get custody of her child. Even if Lala gave, a statement to the LA Times, it didn't make the expose. Like her statement made the expose, but it didn't form the whole thing. This is not just a Lala going in on the attack for, Randall Emmett trying to get custody of her child. This is Randall Emmett and the demise of an empire being exposed by, I think it was like 10 or 20 people. It was so much bigger than that. So now her next FU to Randall apparently was attending 50 Cent's set, of his new horror movie called Skill House. And she took photos with him. He's kissing her on the head. I would absolutely freak if we found out that Lala and 50 Cent were in a relationship. It would just be the cherry on top. I would be dead. I would be here for it all day. And you never know what could happen. Just saying. But he was hugging her and kissing her on the head in the photo and it was posted. And I'm sure she was loving every minute of it. And I'm sure somewhere, there's Randall who's probably crying over the photo. The on-set visit came nearly 1 year after Randall and Lala called it quits on their engagement and 3 years after the Irishman producer feuded with 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson III. The dispute began when the, singer, rapper, and then, it was a back and forth where he said, listen, you haven't paid off my $1 million loan. Then 50 Cent went in, on Lala Kent on Instagram, okay? And he was saying things about, Randall gifting her a Range Rover after the first time they slept together. And he said 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter, hoes are winning. Ugh. Do you want a Range Rover? Yes, bitch, yes. Then just run out and suck up. LOL, sma. Lala Kent, she clapped back because she does that. And she said she swears she's a thug from the south side of Jamaica, Queens, and she's up in here watching Bravo. Someone has forgotten where they came from. Coming for me on the gram, ? Oh, God, it just kept going. However, when Randall Emmett was the subject of a bombshell Los Angeles Times expose, which we've talked about, in June, accusing him of fraud and propositioning women for sex, 50 Cent added his 2 cents on that via Instagram, saying, see, this is why I made him give me my money by Monday. Then after he had to stay 100 feet away from me. I mean, he did have to stay 100 feet away. They had to film, it wasn't a film, but it was attending a movie event. And he had to stay 100 feet away from 50 Cent, and he could not take photos with him, nothing. 50 Cent was like, I want my money by Monday, and also stay the hell away from me. Thankfully, though, 50 Cent did get his money, because now there are multiple people who are knocking on Randall's door saying, hey, we want our money by Monday too. And he's like, I don't have it to give to you. Lala even said on her podcast, she's like, people are calling me, asking me for their money. She's like, I have nothing to do with that. They didn't have their funds in the same account. They kept everything separate. They never actually got married. She got out at a great time. Had she have gotten married and there was no prenup, which she did say since day one that there would be a prenup, then his debt could have easily became her debt. Hence why I keep on saying, and people have given me crap for this, when it comes to Teresa Giudice, like getting married this weekend, that's amazing. Great. Good for Teresa Giudice, but sign a prenup, because you have people from Louis' past, like coming out here saying that they're going to sue him up to $10 million. $10 million is a lot of money, okay? I know Teresa and Louis, they have some money in the bank. I get that. They're millionaires. Yeah, she works her ass off, and apparently he does too, but $10 million would hurt most people's bank accounts. I mean, most people will never see $1 million in their lifetime, let alone $10 million. And if she doesn't sign a prenup and she's becoming his wife this weekend, it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. But guys, what do you think about Lala Kent meeting up with 50 Cent? Do you think that this is another FU to Randall Emmett? And could you see them potentially dating? I want to know what your thoughts are. So come on in with the unfiltered opinions, because that's exactly what we're asking for. And before you go, don't forget, we're going to post in our community tab today that we will be back tomorrow for our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Real Housewives of Dubai recap, which is always so much fun. So we'll be posting that. Just keep an eye out. I believe we're going to shoot for somewhere, around 12 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 a.m. Pacific, but I'll keep you posted. And don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Love you.